Cheer first. Well, it's been a while. It's episode 7, and today we're so happy that I can invite Mario from Malaysia. Can you do a short introduction to the audience?
Sure. So hi, hello everyone. I'm Mario, and I've just graduated from the National Taiwan Normal University. Yeah, and I just got my master's degree in music composition, and I'm heading back to Malaysia next week. Yeah.
I'm gonna kidnap him because such a good musician, and I think before we started, we always have a rule of my podcast. So last guest, he left a question for you. Are you ready to answer it?
Yep. So
So okay, the question is, what's the opinion that you have that most people feel controversial?
okay, so for me, um, I think being punctual, yeah, and like when I say let's meet at maybe 1 p.m., then I really mean it. It's like 1 p.m. and I don't assume and I won't be late and like 101 or 102 or 103 is still late. So for me, it's the time that I've set. So yeah, being punctual in nowadays, I think this is quite a controversial thing. Yeah.
It's like I totally agree what you mean. Before, I think that's a very simple and polite, rules in like discipline yourself. But most people, I mean, I heard that before. Some of my friends or like some girls, they told me if guys ask you out around like they say, oh, let's meet at 1 p.m. and their perspective would be like, oh, I just arrived around 1:30. That's super controversial, right? Well, that's a pretty good answer. I like it. Yeah. I think today we're gonna talk about more like because you're a musician and you compose some music. So how did you get your ideas or like creation? Can you tell us about this?
So as a person who creates and writes music and thinks quite deeply for each work that I tend to compose, I don't wait for my inspiration. I don't wait for the ideas to come. Yeah. So I treat this process as a 9 to 5 job actually. Quite similar. I have to sit down and think, keep thinking until I'm satisfied with my idea. Yeah. So being creative, I think is some to some extent is a talent. Being creation, but to have a constant flow of creative output. Yeah, you have to work on it. Yeah, yeah.
All I know before is like some, artist or musician, they will do something different and then they will get the ideas and get the inspiration and then they compose. But that's totally different, like your concept. But honestly, I agree because I'm a teacher. Sometimes you have to design or plan a lesson or some games for your student. And when you do it and you will have the idea, not just like wait for the idea. The idea won't come to find you and you have to grind on it, work on it, and you will have different, you know how I say sparkle and you will get it. Yeah. So I'm super curious, like what is your job right now? Are you a composer or like do some music work in here or like in Malaysia?
So I have a master's major in composition, but for me, composition and writing music is a lifestyle and more like a vocation. Yeah, it's like yeah, it's like a lifestyle. I don't tend to earn on it or what. I mean, my job right now is I teach. Yeah, that's my main job, and to inspire more people, the younger, the elder, to like music first. Then we talk about uh, craftsmanship, uh, getting them to master their sorry, master their instrument, to the music. Yeah, and my creative creation is just my lifestyle. Yeah, yeah. Even though I had a degree, master's degree on it. Yeah, yeah. But for me, it's a goal of a lifetime. So yeah, I will never. The masters is just a point, and I will move on to the next one. Yeah.
Yeah. It's more like the step that you achieve it, but like the reality right now, you have to, teach, get the money, and earn the experience. Like if you always like, oh, I want to be a musician, I just play music, but you know,
I have something to say about this.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. So I've met a lot of people. Yeah, uh, they don't find teaching that enjoyable. So they always think, they wanted to be someone cool, someone really great, really big. But think of it, you have to go there step by step. Teaching you, although some people like, I'm lucky that I like to teach. But some people they don't like, but you have to think that it is just part of the process. Yeah. So the goal is always not far, but you have to you find out a way and and be really honest about yourself and step by step towards the goal. Yeah.
That's really good. I will say like music talent and teaching is also talent. It's not about like, oh, if you learn arts or music or sport you have to be a coach or like a teacher, but like the more people you communicate, you'll have different ideas and have different creation. And just like the same thing, if you want to improve your music skills, practice, right? Just like teaching, if you want to improve your teaching skills or like speaking skills, practice. Yeah.
I have something to add also as a musician. Um, for me, teaching, you let's not say teaching first. Let's say composition or performing. In performing, you can have your own style, and people will recognize that. That is also what makes you special and recognizable. For composition, people will like my style. I'll have my own style, and that's what also makes me special. In teaching also, you can practice and make your own style, and that satisfaction is equal to when you had yeah is equal to when you have when you just did a well done performance, or you had a great song written. And if I have the students all inspired by me, I have the same amount of satisfaction. Yeah, so it's always the same.
Like the music you play and I was, oh, that's Mario, that's your special style sounds, and teaching just the same. So you have to find your personality from music or teaching or all the careers you have right now. So I'm happy to inviting you today. And so just the same thing again, what did you learn today?
I learned that to be more impetuous. I mean, because I'm quite a person that likes to be well planned and what. But this podcast is quite improvised. But I think I handle myself quite well. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I think like it's been a while. I paused my podcast for like 3 months, and I'm super appreciated that you're here today. And it's going back to Malaysia, and I hope I can see you in the future in Malaysia or a different country. And the last request is like you have to prepare one question for the next guest. You ready?
Um,
Any.
anything. Um,
Whatever.
one question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About life or music or like you know
So if I say music, then the next guest have to be a musician.
no.
Yeah.
or teaching
And
or like some lifestyle.
okay. How about uh, how do you think what role does money play in your life?
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's pretty deep.
Yeah, I think it's quite a big question, and there's a lot of answers to it. Look forward to that.
Thank you. We'll see the answer next for on the next podcast. Thank you for coming today. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.